Welcome to part 2 of our garage makeover, where we are turning our building slash garage into a little like bar venue area, like just for us and our friends. This is an area where we're going to have, like, you know, hangouts with our friends and jam and play music and all that fun stuff. If you didn't see part 1, I will link it in the description box below. You should probably watch that before you watch this one. It will make a whole lot more sense. I explain everything. If you have seen that, we are just going to jump right into what's going on right now. I ended off the last video at a point where we had gotten the stage completely framed out and it had legs on it, but the legs like weren't touching the ground in most places except for the corners. So Tyler leveled those out so that they all touch the floor, and he also added plywood to the top of it. He put some flooring underlay, and then he started putting some laminate flooring on the top to finish it off nicely.
There we go. I'm putting forward down on the stage. Giving it a little tappy.
This is leftover from the flooring that we used in the basement, if you guys remember that video.
Yeah, it's going pretty good.
It's looking pretty good. He'll have to cut the circle in it.
Yeah, I'm not sure how I'm gonna cut close to it, and then I guess I'll have to kind of grind it.
Yeah.
With the, I don't know, because you can't see the line. I could have cut them as I went, but you know, then it might move and
yeah.
No, not there. Just kidding. Yes, you can walk in these.
Feels pretty good. Feels pretty sturdy.
Feels pretty sturdy. Uh-oh. I gotta do it. Oh, what's going on? Did I just cut that? No, I just cut that. Whoops. I can't put it together.
There might have been a few pieces in that pile.
I think I thought it was a full board and I didn't.
After the flooring was completely done, he cut off the flooring in the rounded shape that the stage was meant to be, and he finished it off with like some little trim stuff. Then he finished the backdrop of the stage with this like bamboo. It's actually a photo backdrop that his dad had. He finished off the wall using that. And if you did remember from the previous video, there was like actually a huge hole in the wall right behind where the stage is, but he did fix that up before putting this bamboo there. So there's not a hole in the wall there anymore. He did fix it up with some insulation and I think some drywall he found in the building. There's also a couple of other things that he fixed up and finished up in between the last video and this one. Like I said in the last video, I was kind of jumping all over the map while Tyler was working on this because this was a summer project and I was away a lot. So there was a lot of things that I didn't get to film, so I'm just going to kind of go over some things that I missed in the filming process. So above the door to the actual garage, there was just kind of like this hole where Tyler ended up putting this really cute little window. It actually looks really cute. It's got like these little curved tops on it, and it gives it a lot more finishing look versus just like a hole that leads into the actual garage. He also fixed up the garage door. He put some shutters that we actually ended up getting on a curbside giveaway on either side of the door. And he added like some framework along the door to make it look a little bit nicer because the door to the garage is actually just like chipboard. And we also added a dartboard that we got on curbside giveaway as well, which I think just makes it like, it definitely gives it kind of like a bar type vibe. So there's this support beam kind of in the middle of the space that needs to be there to support the upper level of the space, which we'll get into another time. But in order to dress it up a little bit, Tyler used some leftover bamboo backdrop and wrapped it around the beam to, you know, just kind of make it look cool. And then he added this really cute little like round shelf around it because we have seen stuff like that in bars. The space isn't really that big, so he made the shelf like just big enough to put a drink on it, which I think is perfect. I don't think it needs to be any bigger than that because we do have the long bar and we do want to utilize the space for, you know, having people in there. We don't want anything to be too big and too in the way. What do you think of your building so far?
I think the fridge stinks.
Oh, very good.
Oh, it's good. Coming together.
What's your favorite part?
You in it.
Aww, you're just trying to butter me up.
I don't know. I'm gonna like it when the cars are in it. And I like this bar quite a bit.
Yeah, the bar.
It's a terrible mess, but
it's pretty messy right now.
But it won't be like that. And I think the stage turned out. It turned out the way I actually wanted it to.
Yeah, it turned out pretty.
I had no real issues with the planning and making it. That's exactly what I pictured would happen. So measurement wise, all the math worked out to get the curve and all the 2x4. You know, I had no problem with the flooring. It's level. It looks nice. It only cost me $30.
That's pretty good.
$30 worth of lumber. The rest is stuff we got for free or was already here. Yeah. And this is my backdrop. This was a photo backdrop that my dad had for photography stuff. And it stayed rolled up for about, let's see, 30 years. For most of my life. I don't think I've ever seen him use it. Even when I was a kid, it was always at the house. So I stole it. And I just used it as a background. It gives kind of a tiki vibe. My hayride. And then I finished it with the stuff, paneling, and I'm going to do up here. No more chipboard and.
Yeah, what are you going to do up there? With more paneling?
If I can get more of this, I'm probably just going to keep going.
Yeah.
It's just easy and it's available.
It is easy and available.
It's free, so. Yeah.
This is the POV from where the drinks will sit. Yeah, stage turned out okay. It hasn't collapsed on itself. That's a good sign.
I feel like it might be settling in some places, but Josh fell asleep on it. So he's officially the first person to pass out on the stage.
Yeah.
It's quite an honor. Yeah.
I didn't capture it in any of the footage, not even in any of the finished footage for some reason. When we did get this property, there was a huge hole in the ceiling of this part of our building. And Tyler and his dad fixed it up. They put some new insulation in it and fixed it up. It actually looks really, really nice. Yeah, it's completely covered up. There is no more hole in the ceiling. Also, a little addition that we weren't even really planning on was a vintage fridge. It kind of just happened upon us and Tyler scooped it up and cleaned it up and added it to the space.
Not sure how I can fix that.
So Tyler got this vintage fridge from a basement and it was gonna be thrown away in the dump. But it looks really cool because it's a vintage fridge and it works. The only thing is, it's pretty grubby. So Tyler is working on getting this cleaned up.
Again, I still think the horse stuff works the best.
Tyler finished up the walls with the paneling, and I think there's this one section by the door to get in the building where he covered the wall in some leftover flooring that we had. He added all kinds of cool fancy stuff, like all kinds of signs, car stuff, music stuff, little props and things that made the building just look really cool. And that finished off our garage project. So we successfully, I think, turned our garage into a little bar type venue. So if you want to see how it turned out, here it is.